Well, we're here with the team that made The World Inside. We have Luisa Novo, the director, in the upper, and Denise Szabo, who is the producer, yes?
Yes.
Nice to... Luisa is a returning champion. She was in our second film invasion ever with Becoming Lucy, a wonderful coming-of-age film about a young woman. And then you came back to us a couple years later with a film about a woman in a very different situation.
Yes. Very
But I
good.
want to let you know it's a really powerful film, and it's a really well-made film.
Thanks.
And it's very impressive work. It's very good work. So congratulations to both of you on a heart-wrenchingly good film.
Thanks.
You went tragedy. Everyone just watched it here, so
Yeah.
yeah, you didn't sell out the truth and have her stand up to him and walk out the door.
No, I did not. The idea came from some stories that were in the media at the time, and femicide, it's a very big problem, especially in Latin America. So I thought people needed to see where this can go, because a lot of women die in this type of situation. So I don't know, the creative process just kind of took me there.
So you were watching news stories about women being killed by their partners.
Killed, abused, people that were famous, people that were not famous, but like well-to-do, educated people. So it was all very, not that I didn't know it existed before, but I don't know why in that year, reading those stories like kind of back to back, and really reading the nitty gritty, a lot of like people just coming out and telling their own experiences and like details. It was just very impactful to me. So yeah, so I just kind of think we need to tell the story.
I think when Luisa came with the story, and we were like, we're a group of three women, three producers, and then we just read the script, and we thought, oh, that's the normal life. It happens every day. It happens all the time. So for us, when we read the story, the fact that the woman dies at the end of the story is very hard, because most of films that shows violence against women, they show the women who pass through, who survives. And we were thinking, no, that's not the story. And the film, it's kind of violent. There are a lot of people say, oh, it's violence, it's real violence. And we say, yeah, because in the homes it happens, this kind of violence. As Luisa said, educated women, not only poor women, rich women. It's not attached to money. It's attached to culture. That's something that for us, like women and like Brazilian, it's hard to see this on TV every day. And the cases that goes to TV, there are just a few part of the cases.
Yeah.
And I think it's impressive too that in Luisa's screenwriting of it, not only is he violent and murders her, but it's pretty clear he's going to get away with it.
Yeah.
The faked suicide, the fake jump, there's just not going to be any evidence to convict him. It's pretty clear.
If anybody even suspects him, which probably they don't. Yeah.
So once you showed the film to your producers, how long a process was it to how was the casting process? How was the filming process? How long was it?
I was in Brazil for 2018, so we knew it had to be fast because we wanted to do it. I was there, and I wasn't sure how long I was going to be there. So I think I started writing in June. We shot it in December. And my friend is the actress, my friend who also produced Vanessa. So I always knew she was going to act in it. And I kind of reached to her, like asked her if she knew people to be the husband. So she said, oh, I acted with Lucas before, and she sent me the film they did together, and I really liked him. And so she asked him if he was interested, and then he said, yes, but I'm moving to Poland with my family. And so we kind of had to really like a week after we shot. So really needed to shoot before he went. So yeah, it was really fast in that sense, which is good because then I jumped into post. I edited like by the end of January. I didn't finish. I didn't picture lock because they went back. I was already here in LA again. They went back and shot like one more shot that I really wanted, which is the one with nobody, just a zoom of the curtains floating. So, but besides that shot, it pretty much was picture locked by like February. So it was really fast.
It was really fast because we were like in a group, WhatsApp group, and discussing the film. And then the film was shot in Florianopolis. It's a city in the south. I live in São Paulo. It's kind of 100 kilometers. It's very far away. And Vanessa was producing local at Florianopolis. I was in São Paulo and in my work to go to Florianopolis, and Luisa was doing everything. So, and sometimes things they have to happen. Lots of people, oh, let's go to do a short film, and oh, okay, it just happened. Then Luisa came back to LA. She edited everything, and I was here talking with some people. The sound was made here in Brazil, making some contracts, and that happens. It was fast to shoot, but then the post production was very slow because no money, you know.
Yeah. Yes. Then color, which Denise also did, she color corrected. Sound, it took about a year more. We kind of finished in January of this year. Yeah. So that's how long the whole process took.
The coloring was great, by the way. You obviously it was your photography too, but
no,
the world she lived in, that world is so sterile and
yeah,
clean. It's very powerful.
Denise didn't photograph, was somebody else, but her husband is still photographer. So if you see anything that's still photography of us advertising the film, that's Bruno.
Yeah. I have a question for you from the audience, one of our jury members who watched it, which is very powerful performances by both of your leads. Was it difficult for the actor to be so brutal?
So I asked him to be here. Unfortunately, he didn't get back to me. It's not like that at all in real life. But everybody that watches just sees like he's just so good of being the aggressor. I don't think it was difficult, but we did a lot of rehearsals, and like they already knew each other, which was good. They had already worked together, but Vanessa really wanted to be afraid of him, so did a lot of exercises that she came up with of just do this to me so I can build up that fear. And he is just a very good actor. It's not his day job, but the other film that she showed me that he did, I knew he could do it. just so good. So it wasn't that hard. I can't speak for him. Maybe internally it was hard for him. It didn't seem that hard on set, but between takes it was just very light. The heaviness didn't stay. Even in the choking scene, the first take, I think he was kind of choking her for real. And then Vanessa just like, I can't breathe it there. She's like, cough is like, okay, we need to figure a better way of doing this. Because yeah, you can't suffocate her.
That's funny. Yeah, both performance. I mean, her performance was so good. Another question for you is the book that she's reading and that she's reading from, is that a book that inspired you, or is it a fictionalized book and you wrote those words?
No, it's a book that exists. It's actually in English. We use the translation in Portuguese. It's called The Awakening by Kate Chopin. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce her last name. And it's actually set in New Orleans. I forgot now if it's the end of the 19th century or like the beginning of the 20th century. So it's like an old book, but it's written by a woman and about the woman experience. And it wasn't an inspiration. It came after. I just knew she needed to read a book. And the more that the book could be, metaphorically and just synced with the story of the film, the better. So when I came upon that book, which is in public domain, which is great, I just read it and I found those passages like, this is just great. Because it had like a lot of plot, but it also had like just these passages of like just poetic images. So, which is basically the passages we used in the film mostly. So it's a book written by a woman about women in the U.S. A long time ago, though.
Worked perfectly. It was perfect.
The idea, the difficult for the book, it's the bureaucracy. We had to find a book, a public domain book, and the idea of the written by a woman and feminist before the feminism, that's harder. And that was the idea. It was a process. The book was, Luisa was searching, and then Vanessa, the actress, and and we were discussing, what about this idea or that idea. So it was you, Luisa, who found this book.
I found it, but there were many others that we were like thinking of, but it couldn't be too well known. I didn't want it to be too well known. Yeah, I don't remember how I found it. Just like Google is your friend.
Well, it worked perfectly, and honestly, the whole story, it's heartbreaking that she gets killed for a book. And I mean, when the friend rings the doorbell, I understood her not answering the door just because maybe her husband would be angry that she would open the door for someone. Like, she was in a lose-lose situation. She was in a situation there was just no surviving.
Yeah. When you don't know what can set off the abuser, you're just in constant fear. The text messages, it could be the cooking, not cleaning enough, opening the door, reading a book. It could be anything, like literally.
Yeah. Was it hard to write as you wrote it? Was it heavy on your heart or not so much?
I don't remember being heavy on my heart. I remember really just trying to get it right. So I researched a lot about the patterns of abuse, and as many firsthand experiences that people share on social media and online. I try to read them all because I didn't want it to feel like it's fake, because it's not. And actually, the actors changed a lot of the dialogue, not a lot, but they, like, through rehearsals, whatever came out of their mouth that was not on the text that felt more real, I changed it. Because that was one thing that I really wanted to do with this. It needed to feel authentic. and realistic, both the text and the acting. So that was a big part of my focus, but it didn't feel heavy. And I guess because I was there on set watching it, it doesn't feel heavy to me, but I know it feels heavy to other people because they say it after they watch it.
Well, it's very powerful. I mean, it's powerful writing. It's so well directed. It's powerful acting. And yeah, I mean, you'd have to live in a fantasy world to not know that this is happening.
Yeah.
Well, has the reception been good? You've been having. Did you get to do a little bit of festivals before the virus hit, or?
No, we're our premiere in the film LA. Yeah,
That's
but
so exciting for me.
We're just starting the festivals.
Yeah.
Beginning, we just like 10 or something with not a lot of inscriptions.
Yeah, and we were accepted in one in Brazil, but they postponed it. So it's actually going to be after yours. So at the end of June, it's going to be online as well. But there are people that didn't even want to be involved in making the film as a crew because of the violence. They thought they didn't think that was the right way of approaching the subject, I guess. I don't know, like showing violence against women on screen, something like that. So even before shooting it, there was a lot of fear and animosity towards it. And after showing the film, at least most people really hate the guy, which obviously you're not supposed to identify with them, otherwise it's a red flag, right? But did we get anybody that hated the violence after Denise? We did, but I don't.
I think it was one of a songwriter, because we sent to a lot of people to songwrite the film, and she said the violence shocked her, and she didn't thought that it was right to show the violence in that way. And the hate of I think that this movie is kind of raw in the idea that the violence is raw. You are not trying to hide the violence, and that's something. And it's a movie made by three girls. So sometimes I think this is not the way that people think the women have to talk about violence against women. And this is something that people see and say, oh, there are three producers, three directors, one director, and just lots of women. And this guy, he's very cruel. And we always say, he's not very cruel. The aggressor is like him. There are lots of aggressors that they don't arrive in the death, but they pass the other phases of aggression. So the violence is something Luisa decided to show in the film. And when people say, oh, it's very violence, we know that sometimes for some festivals it's not the language they expected, but for us it's, oh, thanks, it's that what we wanted. We wanted to show this. We think that's important to show this to the world.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people hear about it. We talk a lot about domestic violence. We talk a lot about women dying by violence, but it's not shown very much. And it is shown in some film, but I just think people really need to see to be shocked. You know, unfortunately, video proof of it makes people uncomfortable, makes people aware, makes them want to do something about it. So that was kind of what I wanted with it. So I hope the audience that just watched it got something like that away from it. And yeah, you're supposed to hate him. Just do it.
Yeah. And I think you made great artistic choices, because we get the story all the time of the abused woman who escapes, or the abused woman who commits an act of vengeance. There's all sorts of very phony Hollywood ways of dealing with this. And I guess some people didn't like the fact that you are more realistic.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what makes it hard for them, that they know it's real.
Yeah.
The guy who made the song for the movie, he always said the times that he sees the movie, I hate this guy. I don't know why she doesn't leave away. And he told me that every time he saw the movie, he was expecting her to get out of that situation. And I think this is strong because it's a man. It's a man who really was inside the story. And I don't know why most of men I show the movie was more, how can I say, angry than women. I don't know why.
Well,
Well, I'll say as a man, you know, we have this term now, toxic masculinity. And some people foolishly think that means all masculinity is toxic. But what it means is there's positive masculinity and toxic masculinity. And this film captures toxic masculinity perfectly. It's a man who needs to be in control. I think if anyone researches this, they'd know that the most dangerous time in a woman's life is leaving a man.
yeah, and it's a lot of things why women don't leave. It's either the manipulation is so bad that he stripped her of all confidence, self-esteem. She really believes that she's nothing without him. A lot of times it's financial. Like she's tied financially to him. She has no money. She leaves him. Like she doesn't work. She has no access to anything. And through the manipulation, the guy makes the woman grow apart from her family, right? She can talk to them about it, so she starts avoiding them. So that's another, you lose all friends, all the family, all the support you have. So you're just like in that very fragile position. And it's a cycle, right? It's not always the violence. It has the time when he's very loving and stuff. So the woman says, oh, he's gonna change now. And then he suddenly goes back to the abuse. And it's not just physical abuse, it's a lot of verbal abuse and mental manipulation. So it's so difficult to understand it. It's not that simple to leave because women don't notice they're in it, you know? So I get why the woman's like, why doesn't she leave? It's like, that's how it is. That's how manipulative the guys that are abusers are. So it's good that people understand it. Yes, think that why doesn't she leave, and then go find out why doesn't she leave. Go research. Go like see how prevalent this is.
And go to help a friend.
Yeah.
A man, because we thought about women helping another woman, but a man who has a friend and come on, she's suffering abuse for my friend, for some guy, because as Luisa said, these people, these women, they love that's crazy, but they love the abuser. They think the abuser will change someday. Like in the film, when they wake up in the morning, he's so, oh, good morning, my darling, and she inside her, she thinks he can change, and that's the point.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first date and the first year of marriage, this doesn't happen on the first date. This happens years into a relationship, and it's the story of you know, the crab in the boiling water. If you put it in the water when it's not hot and then slowly turn it up, it never notices. Sorry, horrible metaphor.
I know the image just came instantly in my head. Oh God. Yeah.
I should have said that.
Horrible, because my mother says exactly the same thing. The crap.
Well, thank you so much. Actually, we're kind of out of time, but thank you for the film. Another great work, and nice to have you back in Los Angeles. Nice to meet you down in Brazil.
Thank you for having us. Yeah.
And congratulations on a wonderful film.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.